This video is supported by Orlando Informer. Hello everyone, it is that time again. Time for a Rick's Top 6.
Rick's Top 6, party time, excellent.
Rick's Top 6, party time, excellent.
Rick's Top 6, party time, excellent. Chop, 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 chop.
Summer will be here before you know it, and during the summer, one of Universal's premier special events hosted by Orlando Informer, the Orlando Informer Meetup, June 4th and 5th. So I thought I should give you Rick's Top 6 tips and tricks for attending the meetup. Let's get to it. My first tip for those of you attending the Orlando Informer Meetup is to take advantage of their hotel discounts, which could potentially save you hundreds of dollars. For June, rates start at $99 a night. Let's face it, we all don't have relatives that live in Florida, and you can't all stay with me. Even though both of my kids have moved out, I turned one of the bedrooms into a studio, a YouTube studio, and the other one I turned into a fitness center. So I don't have room for you. So what you guys need to do is take advantage of the Orlando Informer hotel discounts when you're coming to that meetup on June 4th or 5th. Just pausing here for a moment to enjoy the sights and the sounds of the Hulk roller coaster. But this leads into another tip. A few attractions, like the outdoor roller coasters, like the Hulk, Rip Ride Rocket, Hagrid's, they will close early due to maintenance requirements and local noise ordinances. So tip number 2 is to prioritize these rides earlier in your night. Plus, starting your event off with something like this, that will put you in the proper state of mind. Tip number 3 is actually a new tip, because for the June Orlando Informer Meetup, there will be bonus bite zones. There will be 6 in total, 3 at studios and 3 at Islands of Adventure. These areas will allow you to enjoy one meal before the unlimited food service begins, which is 1 hour after the park closes for daytime guests. I do believe these bite zones, they're new for the meetups. They didn't have them in the past. In the past, what would happen was, let's say the meetup started at 7 p.m. Well, the free unlimited food would not start until 8 p.m. So you had an hour there where you couldn't get the free unlimited food. So adding these 6 bite zones, 3 in each park, I believe is a great addition to these meetups. But I leave it to you guys. Use the comment section below. Let me know what you think of these new bonus bite zones. Personally, I always found it difficult to wait that hour as they kind of shoo the regular daytime guests out of the park. I found it very difficult to wait for that hour to get my free food. So I really like these bonus bite zones. But you tell me, what do you think about the idea? And speaking of the unlimited food service, tip number 4, all about it. At the start of the unlimited food service, begin your night at restaurants like The Burger Digs, Pizza Predatoria, Thunder Falls, which menu is very similar to the Three Broomsticks, by the way. Or places like Mel's Drive-In or the Monster Cafe. Here's why. You see, you want to start at those restaurants and save the Harry Potter restaurants and the fast food boulevard stuff, in particular that taco truck there in Springfield. Save those as your second or third meals of the evening, since those are the most popular spots to eat. So you see, starting at those restaurants, say Thunder Falls or Mel's Drive-In, it'll help you be more efficient throughout the evening. Plus, if you go to the Monster Cafe, well, that one's not open all the time. That one's kind of a special treat to eat there. And in my opinion, the Monsters Cafe, one of the best themed restaurants in any theme park. Whether you're a fan of the classic monsters or not, the theming in there is just off the charts good. Before we get to item number 5 on today's countdown, let me remind you of the dates for the Orlando Informer Meetup. They are Friday, June 4th and Saturday, June 5th. Now on June 4th, the park closes to the public at 7 p.m. and the event concludes at 12:30 a.m. For Saturday, June 5th, the park closes to the public at 8 p.m. and the event concludes at 1:30 a.m. Also, I should let you know, Orlando Informer, they are sold out of one-night tickets for Saturday night. They still have one-night tickets for Friday available, as well as a small amount for the 2 nights. Personally, I will be there both nights. So if you ever wanted to meet me, you have a better chance at the Orlando Informer meetup because the crowd level will be so low, it'll be a little easier to spot the big guy in yellow. Oh man, it is super crowded today, but that reminds me of item number 5 on today's countdown. You can use this opportunity of little to no wait times at the Orlando Informer meetup to take cool pictures that you might not normally be able to get. There are some really great photo spots here in Diagon Alley, over there in Hogsmeade, and Springfield has some really cool opportunities as well. So take advantage of those low crowds and get those awesome shots you normally couldn't get because the crowd's in the way. I am pretty sure I've done a video or 2 about photo spots. If I find those, I'll leave a link in the description box. But definitely here in Diagon Alley, a good time to get great selfies and great photos is during that Orlando Informer meetup. And that brings us to item number 6, but guess what? That's not the end of the list. I do have 2 bonus items for this Rick's Top 6, but let's stick with item number 6 right now, which is if you have any questions, even while you're attending the meetup, you can text Orlando Informer at 855-245-4636 for help. And also, if you want to share the excitement of the event with other attendees, you can join the largest Universal Facebook group, which is called Universal Community by Orlando Informer. Join the group, get the excitement going. And through my travels and years of being a theme park vlogger, I run into staff from Orlando Informer all the time. In fact, 3 of them were here today playing hide and go seek, believe it or not. Yeah, it's a tough gig if you can get it. In fact, if I was to do my own thing, I'd love to work for them because it's a great organization filled with great people. Okay, and now we're in the bonus area. So a little overtime, if you will. So we have item number 7 on today's Rick's Top 6, funny enough. But that is to get into the park as early as your meetup ticket allows, which would be 4 p.m. For example, on June 4th, the park closes to the public at 7 p.m. But you can get in at 4. And then on June 5th, the park closes at 8 p.m. for regular guests, but you can still get in at 4 p.m. That's extra hours you guys can enjoy in the park. Now the park will be a little more crowded because you will have those daytime guests, but then you'll realize the difference once the meetup starts of the daytime crowds versus your meetup crowds. Give you a little extra appreciation for those lower crowds and shorter wait times. And now I have one last tip for you. Say you can't make it to this meetup. June 4th and 5th just don't work for you. You can still go to orlandoinformer.com and buy daytime tickets for any time of the year you want to come here. So I'll leave that link in the description box. And as always, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rick's Flicks. And now, it's time to relax.